It's terrible with all that's happening. It is what it is. Unfortunate. What can you do, you know? All in all, let's have a blast today and get spooked.
Word. Yeah, like I ain't trying to harp on it. You know, I'm just saying it's crazy. I just wanted to let y'all know, like, since I was doing stuff with them recently, that like I'm not gonna be doing that shit no more. Because like I said, I ain't know all this was happening, bro. I'm still new to the indie scene, so I don't know a lot of like what's going on most of the time. So that's just crazy. The only indie people I like really know about are like former friends or like former like colleague kind of, or like a few people. Anything's crazy towards in high school. I mean, like, I think being, yo, this is gonna sound fucked up. I think being a VTuber in a way makes it easier to get away with shitty behavior, because it's like there's less accountability required when people don't actually know who the fuck you are. And also I do think normal streamers, I think, tend to be a bit more socially aware in some circumstances. I'm not trying to say VTubers are socially inept, but I feel like a lot of people use VTubing as a way to portray themselves as someone that they're not, to kind of feel better about their real life, or kind of get into a character so they can forget about their real life. But the problem with that is a lot of the times, since they never socialized in real life much, or weren't as like socially experienced, when they become a VTuber and they get their first social interaction and it's all public, they kind of behave like high schoolers or very immature, because they are socially inept in some way, because they're living out a fantasy of who they wish they were from being a VTuber. This is not all VTubers, but I notice this a lot with a lot of like smaller VTubers, where they always have like Twitter fights, and they'll always like post, like air out their DMs on Twitter like randomly when they have a falling out with a friend. Like that shit is not normal, okay? Most people, if they have falling out with their friends, they just move the fuck on. And even in like the bigger streamer community, that's how it works. People just move the fuck on. But this whole like, we're gonna post all this shit or like make hate groups, all this stuff is very like, it's very immature, because a lot of these people didn't have social experience outside of this. And so I feel like it makes sense to why a lot of the stuff happens. With the recent stuff, I feel like I don't know if it was more than being socially inept versus